Alrighty guys, so in today's video we will be doing an oil change on the Ninja 300. As you guys know, we did a few videos of this thing on the channel, but it is still pretty new to the channel. We usually don't do a lot of on-road bike stuff, mostly off-road and stuff like that, but bought this thing to be a daily commuter. I like the 300 because I don't really need the most power, as long as it can keep up on the highway and stuff like that. That's all I really need, and it's got a huge 4.5 gallon tank, which is very nice. Fill up maybe once every 2 weeks or something like that. So yeah, that should be nice. And then yeah, so we'll get right into the oil change. So the oil filter is right down in there, as you can see. Sorry about the inadequate lighting here, but so yeah, what you want to do is get something to cover up the exhaust down here, so that you can not spill oil all over the exhaust. So I'm going to use a piece of aluminum foil. You can probably use cardboard or anything really, just to keep the oil off the pipe, because if it gets on there you will be smelling it for a while, and it will not be pleasant for you. So what you want to do first, I'm going to fire the bike up, let it run, warm up, get the oil to warm up a little bit so it drains a little bit better. And then it looks like 17 maybe ish size for the socket. And then what you want to do is, once you get it warmed up, guys, you want to when you're going to drain it, you want to open your cap up here so it kind of lets it breathe, and it'll drain a little bit better and faster for you. Sometimes if you leave that closed, you know, with a filter on there too, if you take the filter off last, then it kind of just has some pressure built up in there, and it kind of lets it relieved if you take the cap off your oil fill. So I'm gonna go ahead and get a socket for the drain plug, and grab a drain pan so I don't put oil on the floor. You can see I got my tin foil kind of lodged up in there, just protecting the exhaust from getting oil on it. And then I'm gonna go ahead and I did that before I ran the bike, so then I didn't get oil. I mean, don't have to go in there and potentially touch a hot pipe, hot two pipes, I should say. So I guess now we will fire it up and let this puppy warm up for a few minutes. Just get the oil circulating and get it a little bit thinner, just because depending on what weight oil you run, when it's cold, it's obviously going to have a thicker viscosity, which it won't potentially not drain out all of it, or it will drain out much slower than if it was hot. Go ahead and loosen the 17 millimeter. It was a 17 millimeter. That was a good guess by me, but we are going to go ahead and loosen that now. There she goes. It's a little bit tight, guys. So now we will put the drain pan back under, and we'll start loosening the drain plug. Forget, guys, crack your cap up here. That is probably super tight, like mine. There we go. Obviously, this is your fill cap, guys, so like I said before in the video, kind of set that down there, so that'll kind of get some more flow going here. And now the objective is to not get any on your hands. And got the washer out safely too. Pipe's a little hot, guys. We are gonna wanna go in here with gloves on. She's pretty tight, as suspected. I'm gonna get a small strap wrench, guys. And if you don't have a strap wrench, I advise going in there with two hands. But since I can kind of cheat on this, we got the filter off with some convincing from the strap wrench. I would say if you have a new filter and it's really hard to get off, you can do the old trick of punching a screwdriver in there and turning it. Otherwise, trying to get something to kind of sleeve over to turn on, because the filters are kind of slippery. So yeah, I would do that. So I'm going to go get the new filter and the oil, and we will replenish the new oil filter here. If you don't want to go with the Kawasaki OEM, Napa 1358 is the exact fit for it. And then what you want to do, guys, with the new filter is that you want to rub a ring of oil around the O-ring just so it seals better. And yeah, that'll help you out with sealing, because if you don't lubricate it, then oil could potentially go by, because it'll dry out and oil could potentially go by. So yeah, I am going to install the new filter after I oil it up here. Take a little bit from my pan. Just need to put just a little film around it. Just kind of dab, dab, dab. Go a little bit more. So yeah, that should be plenty, guys. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just spins back on in there. So I'll install it off camera. Tightness on the oil filter, guys. You can just go hand tight as you can get it hand tight, because it will kind of tighten up as you ride a little bit. You'll find that it'll be very hard to get it back off if you tighten it with a strap wrench or something else along the lines of use tighten it. And obviously, don't forget, guys, put your drain plug back in down here. And now you can start filling it back up with oil. And I will get the right oil spec requirements for you guys with a filter change. The manual says 2.2 liters. And a lot of guys say it's between 2.2 to 2.5 quarts. So a lot of people said that tends to be more around the 2.5 range. So I'm going to put about a little over 2 in it and then check it and see where it is on the bubble. Because you don't want to always put them dead to the full to the top. You want to leave a little space in the bubble, just because when the engine gets hot, the oil thins out, expands, gets, you know, a higher capacity, a higher volume out of the oil that's currently in it. So I'm going to put a little over 2 in, and then we'll see where the bubbles are. Added about, it says 2.3 quarts with the filter and 2.1 if you're replacing without the filter. So it's about 2.3, maybe 2.4. But I will show you here on the bubble. Like, straight up and down about there, it said it should be between the 2 hash marks, which it is. So you've done your work well. So yeah, that's with the bike about straight up and down, I would say. So yeah, you don't want it, like I said, you don't want it all the way up the bubble, but you know, just kind of a happy medium there. You want some space in the bubble. So yeah, that's all for changing the oil on Ninja. And if you do, guys, if you do manage to get any oil on the exhaust down there, brake clean it off, wipe it down, and then you won't have any smoke or anything coming up from the oil burning off. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully you guys learned how to change your oil on a Ninja 300R. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Might be doing some more riding videos on this thing. Maybe some 0 to 60 stuff, and and other riding content like that. So if you found this video informational or helpful, then please chuck us a like rating down below, and subscribe if you're new, and join the crew. Have a good one, guys.